Hi, everybody. Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well on this Monday afternoon, lunchtime, morning, evening. Depends where you're watching it. In the US, obviously, it's the morning. In the Australia and Singapore and everyone else who watches us, it's the evening. In Hornchurch, it's lunchtime. Anyway, hope everyone is safe and well today. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend as well. It's always nice when West Ham win, but they always win on my birthday. Didn't know if I mentioned it, but it was my birthday this weekend. It was a birthday weekend, to be honest. And it's carrying on next week as well. Mental. I'm still hungover from my party on Saturday. So that's always a good sign, isn't it? Well, it's a good sign in that you had a good night, but also it's a sign that you're getting older. It takes you longer to recover. And we'll go into the celebrations and what happened and some of my presents, because some people will be messaging, what have you got for your presents? Anyway, we'll go through that in a minute. We'll do a little bit debrief of the Leeds game as well. That's what we do on a Monday. The day, sort of it's not the day before the night, the morning, it's a couple of mornings off, but we'll have a bit of a debrief. Time for us to settle. Another win for the boys. Another game we've conceded as well. Just saying, the West Ham pessimist in me. Just saying sometimes, we concede another goal. But another time we went behind and didn't give up, which again is a testimony to this side. How many times under Moyes' stewardship, I said ship, have we gone behind and then still got a result? Quite a few. I'm sure Kent would know if he was here. Let's see. Happy Hammer, good afternoon to you. Come on, you irons. Afternoon, happy Father. So, man, nice and Hornchurch today, isn't it? Not too bad. Not this morning, but it's all right. Hope everyone's got some petrol as well. Mental. Frank, show about Tottenham. Indeed, Mr. Machiavelli. They're going to do an Arsenal struggle to make top six. Bloody well hope so. I said to my friend yesterday, whoever lost that North London derby, that manager is one of the favourites to be sacked. And not being funny, they lost to Chelsea. Spurs lost to Chelsea, got thumped by Chelsea last week. To be honest, they got thumped by Arsenal yesterday. And we've got them soon. Could you imagine if they lose all three London derbies? And they will do, because we're playing us and we are massive. Oz, good afternoons. Elliot, hope you're well. Great weekend to be always a great weekend. And we won the boxing as well, didn't we? We beat Joshua because Usyk is a hammer, isn't he? He's Yarmolenko's mate. All these wins. Got anyone else spending way too much in the shop? Well, that's one of my presents. Very kind of a group of West Ham alumni. We'll call it alumni. Where is? Got a club together and got me a nice voucher for the club shop. Anton and Stell and Shedman and John Ratomski from Ironsburg. All clubs in to get me I don't know. I'm going to spend that much money in the shop. Unbelievable. That's basically my kit sorted for next season if I'm clever. Ladders, hope you're well. WHU58, hope you're well. Good day, Wally. Good morning to you. Hope you had a great birthday. I did. I'll talk about it a bit later on. Still recovering. Good afternoon, Luke. Hope you're well. Gazza, hope you're well. Does the celebrate for they continue next weekend. Isn't into the weekend they do. Very, very lucky. We'll talk about it a bit later on. Someone looks tired. I'm very tired, man. I'll be honest. I'm not a clubber anymore. I'm not someone who goes out and gets drunk at the weekends. I don't go to the pubs really. So yeah, it was a bit of a late one. John would know. John was there. John left. I think John left at about 11ish, maybe 12ish, and yeah. It went on quite a bit. I had a very good birthday. Thank you very much. Aidan, hope you're well too, my friend. James, good afternoon. All you smug irons. We're all smug, aren't we? And they got thumped by Palace. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Palace as well. Went into town, had a lunch, bacon sandwich, now enjoying into Hornchurch. Where did you go into Nes? You should go Garden Cafe. Love the Garden Cafe. Love the winning goal. Antonio won the header that started the move. And I know he looked shattered at the end, didn't he? Absolutely shattered. Afternoon, Russ. Afternoon, Clive. Afternoon, chatty people. What a great weekend. And no, the women's team got their first win of the season. Thank God. Right, lunch today. Homemade cheese sandwich. Bag of ready sorted McCoys. A unicorn Mr. Kipling cake. Pink lady. And a glass of summer fruit squash. Again, about 20 different flavours. I like it. GP, good afternoon to you, sir. I don't know the stat. We managed to get fuel. There's plenty on motorway way back from it. It's only in London, apparently. The issue's only in London and like the surrounding Essex areas. That's what I've heard. But Ken, that's a good stat to try and figure out, isn't it? I might have a go tonight. I tell you. Oh. Right, okay, let's go for the questions. I would pay to see Seth drunk while pretends he's a social carer. Unbelievable. Everyone, what are you doing? And laugh. Stop what you're doing. Laugh at Spurs. Poor Spurs. Look, just in case the ladies destroyed Leicester 4-0 at the weekend, they did. And obviously, Konchesky's old team, innit, as well. My area is terrible for you. People going mental. Hornchurch was funny. The co-op of the front. We went up. Okay, we'll talk about what I did over the weekend because I've had loads of people messaging, so we'll do that in a minute. We managed to get a full tank yesterday. No, Saturday morning. Was it Saturday? Yes, it was Saturday. Literally just drove into the car. I think it must have been, was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday afternoon. It was. There's I know all the stuff. Very good. Fair enough, mate. If you do, enjoy. Was really bad yesterday with queues for full. We are staying up. Hey, it's not just London. We have no food in Dorset. Oh, dear. We seem to cope well going from behind rather than going through up. Very true, Rich. Very true. Right, so this weekend, so what did we do? So Friday, after I finished, we had an early show, didn't we? Apologies for the early one. I know Luke was very disappointed we started early. Mrs. Budden, took me up the smoke. We were Mrs. with Flo, and we went out for dinner. A nice dinner. I had a choice of several. She'd booked several restaurants. What one do you want? And I decided to go to Hard Rock because I thought Flo would enjoy it as well. We get a cocktail. So we did that. And then they took me to go and see Matilda the musical, which me and Joe have seen a couple of times. But I've always wanted to take Flo, so it was like lovely to see Flo there. And then Saturday we went for a kebab. We didn't have a kebab on Friday. Oh my god! So we went to Posh Kebab, Curban Kitchen in Gideon Park. Very nice indeed. And then we had a party in High Beach. We hired a pub in High Beach, and that was started at 8:00 and it finished at 1. And who was there? So John Matomsky was there, and Ryan from West Ham Fan TV, Charlie Roxburgh, if you know him as well, amongst others. They all turned up. Martin Godliman, he was there. Martin and John gone like a house on fire, which was lovely. And yeah, so that was fun. But I was drinking. It was really funny. I thought, what should I drink? It's a long night. I thought people were going to buy me drinks and stuff. A bit presumptuous, I agree, but so I started drinking Smirnoff Ice. Honestly, Smirnoff Ice, and it was just mental. Honestly, I reckon I've done. I know I drank about. I mean, John will probably say, I reckon I drank about 25 bottles. It was ridiculous, and like a few shots and like very yoga bomb. So we did that, and then yesterday was like literally out for the count. We didn't get home to about 2, 3 o'clock, and absolutely out for the count. Flo was as well, bless her. She was there, me grooving right to the end, like hardcore survivor. And just we went to Fernando's for lunch yesterday, which was nice. But Mrs. Budden, she's paid for me to go and me and her to go to the Fat Duck in Bray, Heston Blumenthal's restaurant, which is one I've always wanted to go to. So that's a tick. And then the next day we're going to go to his pub in Bray. So more gastronomy, more food next weekend. And she's got me a few bits, a few shirts and stuff. As always, West Ham kit, stuff like that. Standard, but without the Betway. She went and got that one, which was good. And she's got me the bowling. I don't know if you saw it. I did West Ham do these sort of, they're not Lego, they're called blocks. And so I did one she got me one for Father's Day, I think, and it was a team bus, and I enjoyed it. So she's got me the bowling ground, and I'm on page 3 of 26. It took about 2 hours, about an hour a page. It's ridiculous, but so I'll show you all later on, probably the end of the week, hopefully. Tonight, don't forget what we're doing before we go through everyone's comments. Tonight, we have got the flagship show. Where is the flagship show? Oh, have they moved it? Oh, anyway, we have got the flagship show, West Ham Weekly with Stelios. He's got a bit under the weather, still. He's got a bit of hopefully he's all right. But that'll be tonight. Tomorrow night, we hope to have an Hammers, My Hammers 11 live tomorrow. Just confirming with them. They can do it tomorrow. Wednesday, we've got the preview for the Vienna game. Thursday, we've got some stuff from the Vienna game. Probably do some stuff from the Supporters Club. I know Anton's down there and Stel down there, like pre-match. And then Friday, No, we've got Saturday, probably the preview. It might be Friday. Oh, I don't know. And then we've got Brentford. Then we've got a rest, haven't we? Then it's the international break. During the international break, we're going to have hopefully have a couple of X-Hammer, My Hammers 11 lives. We're going to bring back the game shows as well. So we're going to do the quiz shows, a couple of them during. So there's something going on. There'll be nothing West Hammy apart from obviously the England people and the various other people who play. Right, let's have a look. My hope it's almost dry. As to when we've got a fuel waiting for an hour. There we go. Breaking news: lunch upset. Can't have a cheese sandwich. The missus didn't get a cheese. Didn't get a cheese in the food shop. Unbelievable. Same in Manchester, no fuel. Even the cabs using the extra are parked up, no taxis. That was a troll my party. A lot of people couldn't text me. I can't get a taxi. Just can't get a taxi, Russ. And he's in the middle of the forest, so unless you can drive. Tuning in from Jamaica. Thank you, Kevin. Big up, Michael Antonio. Thank you, man. Did Jamaica? No, she went on her own accord. Hope you're well, man. Hope it's nice and hot. What's the weather like in Jamaica, Kevin? Let me know. If you like this, give it a share, give it a comment, give it a subscribe. All about the subscribers. You know, we're trying to get to 10,000. We're trying to prove Stell wrong by going to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. And obviously, we'd like to thank all of our channel partners, including Manscaped, as always. Check them out in the description below. 20% off. Check out if you use the promo code WESTHAMNETWORK as a promo code. And free shipping or free delivery. There we go. You know about the Curve. I love the Curvan kitchen. So do they get this? Of course. But Joe forgot she told them that. So basically what happens is, you know, like Chinese restaurants and stuff, they do like happy birthday, but they do this ding, 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 ding. And Joe, and it was literally like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There was us and one other table. And Joe forgot that she did it. And she was like, oh my God, it's their birthday as well. She forgot she told them that it was my birthday. But yeah. Will you and family go to see the West Ham musical starring Danny Davis and ex-cast members of EastEnders in the bill? That sounds great. Nick Frost. Well, hopefully you get a lot of those guys on. I mean, Jay and various others. Thank you for giving me a great weekend. Indeed, James. It's always nicer. Sounds like you had a great weekend. I did, man. It was very, very good. I can't remember most of it, but yeah. Looking forward for 35. Looking good for 35 hours. Moisturise. Well, I'm 40. Moisturise. Just a brief visit. Unfortunately, still not well. Catch up later. By the way, 85 I said, cheers, Reese. There you will. Smirnoff Ice, I find this confusing. I know, but I thought, you know, it's a long day. It's a long night. It's like, 8 till 1. People are going to be saying, what do you want to drink, Russ? What do you want to drink? So I thought Smirnoff Ice is like still 4% or something. Like, so you can still like drink it. So funny. When I said to the barman, yeah, can I get some Smirnoff Ice? He went, oh my God, I haven't seen one of those for years. And he couldn't find it on the till. And like, I had to blow the dust off. And then they had to restock it because they didn't have that many. Leeds Saturday, 2 hours sleep was hard going. Oh, mate, fair play. Where was he? Great, good. I'm glad, man. A good venue, Annan Road. Last time I was there was the semis in 1980. Fantastic. With Frank Lampard saying his little jog around the pitch. Mate, the next if he hadn't played for Antonio, who knows? James, we just don't know. Quite possibly. I'm confused why were the electric taxis parked up because of no fuel. Well, and they're not fully electric. It's like my friend, he's a cabbie. He took us up to London. And he's got enough for, I think it's 70 miles on electric taxi on a full charge, I think, or something like that. Wish I was at Leeds, old school, watching our fans. It was brilliant, weren't it? It looked fantastic. So nice to see people. Thought you were younger, Gazza. Russ, do you feel this will be West Ham's most exciting period? Maybe even outdoing 85? Well, prolonged excitement. I mean, 85-86 was a fantastic season. Don't forget, I think the following season we almost went down. And the season before we didn't do very well. It was that one season in isolation. I want to see us do if we do 3 or 4 seasons where we're 6th in the top 6. That to me seems more that's more important than just that one season. We still talk about that one season and it was a great accolade, and then we finished 3rd and we should have won the league probably that season easily. And the boys were phenomenal. But if there's prolonged success, I mean, you're thinking back to Redknapp, that 99-2000, we had about 3 or 4 seasons, relative success, top 8 finishes. So, yeah, I think it could be. I think there's I can see a legacy being made. Do you know what I mean? So a legacy where, naturally we're not relegation fodder. And that's going to be great. We're regularly in the top 10, regularly. I've got a new mug. It's like one of these ice ones. It's lovely. My next door neighbour got it to me. Very kind of them. God, that's cold. And so that to me is more important, surely, than at one season. It's not. Hopefully. But anyway, we'll see what is going on the pitch. Well, basically, Wally, there's no drivers. There's no HGV drivers to drive the lorries. Basically, there's lorries. There's like tankers apparently just stuck in like at refuge like Thurrock. There's a massive in Essex. There's a picture and there's like 40 or 50 tankers of petrol just like waiting there. There's no drivers. So what happened was a small number of petrol stations closed or had to close because of lack of delivery, right? A small number. I think it was something like 10% of all the trade. It might not be that, might be 5%. All the petrol stations. The media then said this, and everyone goes into mass hysteria. It's like toilet gates. It's like the toilet paper gate. As soon as lockdown was going in, we couldn't get toilet paper in the UK. Everyone bought toilet because they saw the things in Australia panic buying, but we all managed to have a crap and we're probably still using the toilet paper that we hoarded from bloody last time, and that's what's happening now. So people are going, oh, we might not get no petrol. So although they're getting deliveries every day, they're being used up straight away because people are queuing up to use them. That's basically happened. It's the fuel. Although we've always had issues. Basically because of COVID and stuff, we have had a lot of issues on delivery of food and stuff like that. Not like massively, but occasionally, But yeah, it's just gone mental, mate. It's gone mental. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm thinking of sending the wife a petrol. Don't need any. Just fancy a couple of hours piece. Yeah, don't need no petrol. You're full up, aren't you? Literally, she'll put it in and go, and it will like stop. Or if you really don't like her, put a jerry can in the boot and just say, just fill that up, love. Honestly, as soon as like the other day, it was Saturday, we was waiting, this woman, and it seems that people, right, have completely forgotten how to put petrol in their car. They're getting out of the car, looking at what side their petrol cap's on, and this woman pulled up, and she couldn't. She was like pulling and she didn't like pull it, like put it in. And the petrol that was left in the thing was going on the floor, and oh god! So this bloke got out of the car behind her. And me and Joe were like, "Oh, what a lovely bloke! Oh, he's helping her out. There we go, mate, helping you out. What a lovely guy." He then goes into the back of his car and pulls out 2 jerry cans. What a tosser! Honestly, leave us some. It's not the Second World War. But what they're doing now, is they're basically saying that it's like £30-40 limit now. So these big Range Rovers, that's like a quarter of a tank, isn't it, really? Hey, well, if we're not too bad after all. There we go. I blame the media for fuel crisis. They do. They say small. It's like it's just like the whole toilet paper scandal again. It's also people being selfish will make any food sources worth. It's very true, very true. And also like not just that, but key workers and stuff like that, and trucks and ambulances, all that type of stuff. So but apparently there's not on the motorways. It's all right because it's too. I literally just say got the eldest to uni tomorrow. We'll have to pay the motorway tax on fuel. Exactly. So they'll have to. But I think they're reducing something to try and get. Is it competition prices or something just to get the fuel out? I don't understand how it all works, but. That's why I filled out on Saturday. Honestly, we literally pulled up at the top of our road at Carl. We were like the first ones on, ready to go behind. So yeah, I still my toilet paper in the loft, and I noticed the heating bill's going down, so I've left them up there. There we go. Fantastic. And if it ever happens again, you've got your thing, James. It's all good. My little Fiesta don't get used really. Half a tank should be getting me through the drought. Same as the Mini, mate. My Mini does my Mini's a 60 plate. Yeah, so it's like 20 years old now, something like that. No, not 20 years old. 11 years old. So he done like 28,000 miles. It literally just takes me to West Ham and back. That's what it does. Ben Rama seemed tired against Leeds. Was it me? I just saw that. I think everyone looks a bit tired, mate. I think the Man United game, and now we've got a few. The good thing is we played on the Saturday, and now we don't have to play till Thursday. So I think then Ben Rama will be very excited for the Brentford game on the Sunday. So we'll see. Oi, gang, come back with a great comeback. Well, the good thing is the team never... mate, Steve, no, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to go have a look through maybe the last season and look at how many times we've gone behind and got a result. Now, obviously, I'm not going back all the time, but it must be I reckon a good 50% of our victories have come from a position where we were conceded. We were it'd come back, which is fantastic. I live in Brazil, Russ. What's the issue there with the fuel? People are panic buying it, Spence. People are panic buying it because the media said, because of lack of drivers. Deliveries are still happening, but they're happening slower, and everyone's like, ah! And it's just funny. It's like, as I said, it's like a toilet paper scandal all over again. I think Ben Ryan was our best player. Must have been tired 80 minutes, but he worked out. Same as Antonio, literally. You saw him when he got subbed off for Yarmouth right at the end. And he was literally just like slumped, like I am in these chairs when I'm tired, like I am today, actually. And yeah, I mean, particularly as someone has said that he won the header and then literally sprinted the whole length of the pitch. Great finish. What was it? 5 goals in 5 games now? Man's on fire. Man's on absolute fire. Just got to keep him. And then hopefully, I don't know if is he having to go to Jamaica in the break? I don't know. I don't know. Everyone seemed to think that it was. Did I miss something? As I thought his crossing was terrible. I don't know. To be honest, I thought it wasn't a vintage performance. Really was. It wasn't a vintage performance, but it was a vintage David Moyes. It's like it literally keep going, and just keep going to the end. I mean, Leeds just blew themselves out, really, didn't they? But they always do. They're so fast. And I think as soon as Rafinha went off, that was it. God, I'd love him at West Ham. Love him at West Ham. Yes, Peachy boy. Hope you're well, my friend. If you didn't know, I said what I did on my birthday at the beginning, so you can listen to it. But anyway, thank you very much for your kind words. Badgett looks amazing. I think Vlasic is going to be he's going to be one for the future. I mean, he's 23 as well, isn't he? I think he's the one for the future. When you look at him versus Jesse, for me, I think he's a better buy. I'll be honest. Hi guys, anyone on the Bobby Moore stand? Plus Russ, when you get Dave, I'll just ignore Dave. He's so don't get back to me. Yarman must have had rocket boosters on the back. He got back for the exactly. But then Leeds, a few hour drive back to Tottenham, innit? Yeah. And then we won the rugby, won the football, then we won the boxing. I think once West Ham core players remains injury free, they can finish top 5 easily. I think Kevin, mate, I totally agree. Like last season, we were very fortunate. Not necessarily Mikal, because Mikal is always going to get injured occasionally, but Dek and Souček, keeping them two, that just gives you a base. And you saw when we didn't have Dek towards the end. I still think if we'd had Declan Rice in the squad, in the team, and he wasn't injured, we'd have been playing in the Champions League this year. I reckon. But it's what it is, isn't it? It's what it is. And we're going to have a good run at the Europa by the looks of it, so that's good, man. But now we've got Kroll. That's a replacement. That's not it's not as good as Declan Rice, but I think he'd obviously play well with Souček and Kroll will play well with Rice if need be as well. Yarman was man of match. He didn't step on the pitch. He did very well. Russ, what's the best stand on the stadium? I don't know. I don't stand in it. I don't sit in the stadium. No idea, my friend. Is going to Jamaica in the international break. Have USA away need a win, but I suppose they can do it. But can British people go into the States on COVID? Because that's why he didn't play Costa Rica. So he played the first game in Jamaica, but he didn't play the Costa Rica game because he couldn't get in on COVID because he was a British citizen. Now I know we're letting people in, but I don't know whether the Yanks are letting us in. So that means that he might not be able to play. Because that's the whole thing that happened with Argentina and Brazil. Do you remember? Like when they stormed the pitch and told all you can't play, you can't play, you can't play, you can't play, and they threw him off again. Hey Carl, how are you, mate? Thanks for joining us. Antonio's just special. He started that attack, defensive header, caused a reaction, and he ended up. Totally agree, man. Totally agree. Shout out to Ben Rama, who's done bits the weekends. God bless him. Right, who's this rat? It's Peach. Yeah, so it's Peach. You know that. I know this is really early. We need a backup striker, maybe a fullback. Yeah, but we're not going to get a backup striker, are we? Unless someone clones Mikel Antonio, we're not getting a backup striker. We're just not. That's just not the Moyes way of doing it, really, is it? For me, it's not about being the backup striker. It's like he He has one way of doing it, and I don't know. There was talk. Was a guy from Clermont? Is it Boyer? I saw it on Sunday in the News of the World, but not News of the World. God, how old did I get Sun on Sunday? But again, I don't know. But he was like 7-8 million, or I think 10 million. That's what I think we'd probably do. We'd probably get, if we ever do get a striker, we're not going to pay 30 million pounds for him. We're going to get like a 10 million pound guy who could be molded into an Antonio Mark II. That's what I reckon. Yep, left back definitely for Gaza. Yeah, I agree. I thought saying about Furpo, I thought Furpo played quite well yesterday, on Saturday rather, for Leeds. Hi Russ, I'll call it. He's the best striker in the league at the moment. He's defensive head of start. No, mate, Carl, I totally agree. I think he's the most in form. Although I think you're going to see Jimenez starting to bang him more for now. He's got the duck out of the way. I think Jimenez is a fantastic striker as well. I really like him, but in form, he's got to be up there. Like Vardy scored a couple, though, didn't he? But he scored an own goal as well. So, technically a hat-trick. Where did Jamaica play in the States? I don't know. Kieran, AJ could never be a Hammer. Ain't got no heart. Well, it's because we've got usage. He's an easy Hammer. He's so used to defeats, not even could win there. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. Wally, good news about Fredericks after his scan. He's only been out for days, not weeks. Just did his ankle. That's good to know. Yep, I think FIFA has relaxed the rules for international players, so I guess he'll be clear to travel. Fair enough. And I suppose it's the States, and it's not like it could be a lot worse. It could be South America, really, in terms of I don't know. Have you ever been to the Ball? No, I haven't. I haven't been to the Ball. I will go. I promise you. I will go. I will definitely go to the Ball and see Duke. They're playing in Austin, Texas. Oh, so Frank will be there. Adam will be there probably. That'll be good. Peach will be having turkey gobblers in no time, indeed. Spurs were top and Arsenal were bottom. Must be bad for Arsenal to be above them. Well, that's the thing. Yesterday was just atrocious, weren't it? They were atrocious. And I think he actually said, they were atrocious. Nunes, I think there's a lot of issues there. And Kane just don't seem bothered, does he? You know what I mean? He just don't seem a quarter of the player that he was last season. It's just weird. They haven't got many Portuguese players in them. That's the trouble. They need to get a few more of them. I hope he can play versus Vienna. Oh, in Fredericks. Maybe. We'll wait and see. I think it'll be interesting to see what team he'll play on Thursday, because it's a home game as well. I think you're going to have a similar team, hopefully, to the team that played Zagreb. That's the way I would see it. Maybe Ariola in goal, and then Fab for Sunday, or vice versa. Who knows? Moyes is waiting for Hoslet. Period. Yes, he is. He's waiting for maybe Adam Hoslet is the guy for him, and he's waiting for it until the minimum thing comes in. Do the Mobot support the clause? Indeed. If we'll allow us to use it as a replacement for left or right. Yep. No, I think Johnson is although he can. I mean, he's brilliant because he can play both, can't he? And he can play as a fullback, or as wing backs as well. Really. What was the first boxing match? Was that the first boxing match? If so, we did it again. Probably, Carl. I think it probably was. It was awful. I thought always get in a position. I think we might have a look at the Ghent joint. Is that Paul Odder? We were linked to him, weren't we? Paul Odder something, wasn't it? Have relaxed transfer bans into NFL coming to London in the coming weeks. What a surprise! They've relaxed it. No, we've relaxed it because we're letting the states back in, and we've relaxed it. If you're near, I would have gone to see Antonio. It'd be amazing if you did. Do you think Bielsa is going to get the sack? No. I think it's going to be the first sack race. Nuno Gomez. There we go. That's it. And because, as I said, lost 3-0 to Chelsea, got absolutely roasted by Chelsea last week, and then they got roasted by WESTHAM yesterday, by Arsenal. And we've got to play them, in the end of November. Part of our 3 games in 7 days, isn't it? We'll have Ghent. We got Ghent, then we got Spurs on the Sunday, and then we've got City on the Wednesday, haven't we? So we're going to have fun on the West Ham Network. Plenty of previews and reviews. Oh God, mental! And that's what we have to say. As I said, this week tonight, in terms of little schedule, just so you guys know, tonight we've got the flagship show, West Ham Weekly, with Stelios. Hopefully he's well. He's got a bit under the weather, poor Stel, but he'll be right. And then tomorrow we hopefully will have a ex-Hammer coming on to do a live My Hammers 11. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Awaiting confirmation. But he has just signed for another club, so I wait to see if he's okay to do that. And then Wednesday we'll have a preview of the Vienna game. Thursday we'll be doing a few bits of live stuff from the sports club for the Vienna game, and then we'll have the review show probably on the Friday, maybe the rating show, and then Saturday we'll probably have the preview show for the Brentford game, and then the watch along on Sunday for the Brentford. It's just literally endless. And then there's international breaks, but for the international breaks, obviously we don't stop the content. Obviously, there's no matches or anything like that, so there'll be stuff like we'll have hopefully a few My Hammers 11 ex-Hammers coming on to do live Q&As and live interviews during the downtime. We'll also have hopefully we're going to bring back the quiz shows. So on My Hammers 11, I did quiz shows for Iron Sporting Food Banks, sort of to generate a bit of charity. And we're bringing them back, and it's an interesting concept we're going to be doing. Be a series of things, but I hope it will start that next week. Reckon Bruce is going to be maybe. Can't stick with that German guy again, surely. Well, he got him back up, didn't he? Got him back up, but it depends how Norwich play it. I always think, like, you look at Burnley and Sean Dyche, and they went up and down, and they didn't spend no money, and they banked it. So they're doing all right, Norwich. They spent a lot of money, Norwich, but then they haven't really, because obviously they sold Buendia as well. So I think they spent slightly more than it's not a massive amount. So I don't think they'll get rid of him. Never say die attitude installed on our team. Brilliant. He made up for his red card. He did. In the same way that Noble made up for his miss last, when we played United in the Cup. Mickey's same thing. Morning from Wales. Morning, Boyle, Ack Baxter. How are you, Des? Hope you are, my friend. Daniel Farkas. I don't think he will. Favourite even ahead of. That's what I think. I think Farker. He's got for me a bit of leniency because of what he's done with Norwich. So I don't think it's going to be him. I reckon it's Nuno. I reckon it'll be Nuno. Because the natives will, I thought if because of the way Arsenal would started the season, if they'd carried that on, then it would have definitely been Arteta. But I think it'll be Farker. I reckon it will be. It won't be, obviously. You look around everyone else. I think everyone else is doing all right. It's all where you expect them to be. Benitez has got some record, like first three wins, or whatever like that. It's the first time they've ever done that, Everton, and so. I think Nuno's going to be the first one to go. I reckon. What we got here? The Leeds goalkeeper is very good. He is very good. And I know we know Noyes likes him because he always name checks him, doesn't he? When we're doing like the interviews, he always name checks him afterwards. Sterling's not. He's going on holiday again soon. Actually, he might even be next week. It might be next week, yes, another day. I don't know. Masuaku says, "Get well soon, Stel. It'll be fun." How many games do you give a manager to turn it around? I think that 10 is sort of like. I reckon there's multiples and division based on where they are in the league. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you'd give Nuno Gomez 10 games to turn it around at Tottenham. I think you'd give Nuno Gomez 5 games to turn it around at Tottenham, if that. If it's Farker, or if it's Sean Dyche, they get 10 games. Just in terms of where they are in the league and where they expect to be. Arteta's the one that's probably bucked the trend because he would have probably gone before. Would you risk Antonio versus Vienna? No, I wouldn't. I'd save him for Brentford. I would stay with us. I would, apart from I said Antonio played with Zagreb, I would probably not risk him in the Europa League. I would personally, but. Look, we don't know that. That's the great thing about Davy Moyes, in my opinion. He will always have 1 or 2 surprises, and the Vienna coach is going to say, right, we need to prepare 2 teams. We need to prepare a team for if West Ham play Antonio, and we have to prepare a team for West Ham if they play without Antonio. Because without Antonio, I thought we had some beautiful interplay. Little ticky tacky one touch, really, really good. As I said, usually they play that really long ball down either wings. The wing basically Antonio's on, almost as like an outreach. Just they need to clump it rather than clump it into the stands. They clump it along, and he'll just chase it. We can't do that when he's not playing, so it has to be more in sort of ticky tacky. And I thought some of that football we played, particularly the first half of the Man United game. Was it Man United game? Yeah, I think so. We played some lovely football. Lovely football. Rumour says, but there we go. See, 3 games. I mean, that's what I mean. 3 games. You won't have time to go to West Ham soon. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? There's so many bloody West Ham games. Right, Chef, how's it hanging? It's hanging to the left, man. Basically, I'm hanging. I'm still hanging from Saturday night. Heavy night to celebrate my 40th birthday, and I'm feeling it. Dennis, good afternoon to you. Bowie's going to be shattered if else rested, but yeah, he's got it in him. But I think, but that's fine. For Bowen, we'll give them. Bowen starts on Thursday, maybe, and then Antonio starts on Saturday, on Sunday rather, and then you've got Klasic as well. Klasic can start, can't he? And then there's the break anyway, so they can have a rest anyway. Indeed. Did you read that all the Leeds fans were chanting cheats when he walked off the pitch, and even some said he should have had a red card and not yet? Well, that was them. Leeds were trying to wind him up and trying to get him sent off, weren't they? Haven't learned from last season. Last time they were in the Prem. I think they sort of have though. I think Norwich are never going to be a side that competes for Europe or competes for top 10. They're competing for 16th spot, and I think if there's minimal investment, and again it's a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? It's like they haven't really, because they sold Buendia and they've got a lot of things, got a few loans in and stuff. They haven't really overspent, so if they don't stay up, they'll have the money and then the parachute payment for the following season. If they come back up, and on the same squad, they'll be in a very good financial position, I reckon. Martin up top for Vienna, give it a go, innit? Offer something different in the final third. Let's be having you, indeed. One of the sides not good enough for the Prem, but too good for the Champions, and they'll just do that yo-yo stuff, won't they? But then, fair enough. That's their. Everyone has a role to play in the Premier League, in the Championship, and in the Pyramid, and that's their role at the moment. I'd say a bit the same as Watford as well. I don't think Watford are going to bring up any cheese this season. I've got a feeling I don't know. My voice went so high then. Maybe apart from Brentford, I reckon the teams that went up are going to go straight about them. When was the last time that happened? There's usually 2 teams will go down and one will stay up, or one will go up, and very rarely does all the teams not go down who came up, and vice versa. So I reckon it could be. I mean, we've obviously got Brentford very soon, haven't we? Next Sunday. So, but they played fantastically against Liverpool, and they will. I mean, I think their home form may well keep them up, but they only got a draw. You know what I mean? So it was a great performance, but they only got a draw. So let's see. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think this season's gonna pan out to be an absolute belter. There's there's teams there who are. You look at the teams around you, and we're 7th now, aren't we? With 2 points off top, and easily we can surpass that. We could easily surpass that. Yeah, we're 3 points off top. Brighton are playing tonight, aren't they? They're playing tonight. I mean, look at Celtic at the moment in the Scottish Premiership. They dropped points against Dundee yesterday. Mental. But you look at the bottom 3: Norwich, Burnley. I think Leeds got enough in them. Leeds won't go down. Still think Southampton are going to be in. Just the people they left and people didn't. They haven't really replaced them very well. Yeah, Watford is 12. False dawn maybe. Bowen is a road runner. He just doesn't give up, does he? There's not one Spurs player that we get on our side at the moment. I tell you, maybe Son. I like Son. But I'd rather have him in our team because he always scores against us. But that's probably it. In all honesty, True Peach, I don't think it was a yellow, especially you having the goal disallowed as well. Indeed, get 12 points and let the kids have it. Exactly, David. That you've got it. That's your strategy, and I love it. Fair play to David, boys. That's the idea. Get the 3 wins, get the 3-4 wins. Beat everyone. Bosh. But, And then the last 2 games you can rest. You can play almost a Carabao Cup side for the last 2 games. And I don't think anyone would prejudge you for that. We just have to qualify top. Then we miss the next round. We go straight in at the 16s rather than the 32s. And we don't finish third. I don't think we will, but if we finish third, then at the end of the day, we will not, we'll qualify for the next round. We will not finish fourth in that group at all. So yeah, if we can finish top, that's brilliant, because then we go in and go in at the 16s and we sort of miss around. Obviously third, we go into the Mickey Mouse conference, which Spurs are trying to sort of get themselves kicked out of. Do you think Brentford are going to last or won it, Wonder? I reckon they're going to last, Carl. I think they're a good side. They got a good. The only thing that lets them down is the size of their ground. I'll be honest, in terms of being able to compete. So with that means they have to. Obviously, they've got a fantastic recruitment policy, and so they have to sell their best players eventually for top dollar, and then get the next ones. So obviously Ben Rama, now obviously Tony's now the golden boy, so to speak. The next one who will go. And that's really hard for a Brentford fan to know that, it's a bit like us in the sort of the late 90s, early 2000s when we had like Rio and Frank and people like that. Do you know what I mean? Just like Usyk versus Tyson. Maybe. I think Usyk versus Fury would be a great game. Won't cope with our style. I agree. Don't know how to defend. Not bad. Injuries to decide our season. We keep them down with a chance of top 6. Totally agree. Money in North London. Could you imagine? Never going to happen, but could you imagine? We are looking good. Standing ovation against Man United, even though we lost. I remember the Hammers being booed off under Allardyce, and we won. What a turnaround. And that's the thing, Dennis, isn't it? We're all, and that happened last year. As soon as one game's finished, we're ready for the next game. Rather than dreading the next game, we're ready. And the fact that we've got so many games coming up is brilliant, because we're ready for the next one. We're ready for the next one. We're ready for the next one. And if the team are playing well, the team are winning as well. Again, they're ready for the next one. And that breeds momentum. And momentum is a really hard thing to beat. Remember when we interviewed Tonka couple of weeks ago, and obviously the boys of 86, 85, 86 season, obviously they had like the weather basically meant that football was shut for several weeks, and they had to play all the games one after the other. Because they kept on winning, they didn't care, because they were keeping their fitness up, playing the games. And so training was literally more of a tactical thing. This is the team we're playing, this is how we're going to play, so it wasn't necessarily such a bad thing. They were playing almost every other day. Mandy, hope you're well. I did thank you, Mandy. I'm still hanging. I'll be honest, I'm still hanging. So if you want to know what we did right at the beginning. Someone asked me what we did, and I went through it. Try to play good football, Peach, but it ain't working. It's not necessarily ain't working for Leeds. It's just they can't defend. Sad that some fans went on the pitch and got arrested. No, they were not causing trouble. We just can't do it. I know, it's just, one of those things, isn't it? It happens at every ground. What we got here, everyone's talking to each other. Lovely. I think Song Heung-min is the only player who get into our side. I totally agree. Need to play rolling at the stadium. Okay. Is that the rolling, keep rolling? Oh God, I didn't know. How do you rate Souček? He seems to. I think Souček is very tired. I think Sufal was tired and he had a rest. He had a very, very small rest, didn't he? But he had come from Fredericks in the Man United game. But I think he's tired. But we've got option on the bench now, haven't we? We've got Kral. And I think also, I've noticed the last few games, Deck's doing a lot more forward running, where it used to be Souček was the one in slightly more advanced role. Now Deck's doing, and maybe that's why Souček's struggling slightly. Maybe his game has got to readjust back to the more defense. I don't know. Simon's going to the ball today. Good on you, mate. Say hello to him for that. It's for old Duke. I'm talking about now players on form. Yeah, no, I don't know what I mean. Super Chef Scott, check on Chef. Hope you're my friend. Don't have ID, but hopefully Duke will let me in. Well, you'll be all right as long as you're not going to drink booze, are you? You can go into a pub. Just don't drink. If you don't drink booze, then it doesn't matter. Just look what I've missed. Not much, mate. Just talk about my birthday. Son not as good as Ben Rama at the moment. At the moment, I agree. The thing with Brentford, they really believe they can compete without anything. That's what I mean. They've got the West Ham spirit in them. When we go 1-0 down, we don't care. We went down 1-0 at Leeds last time. Do you remember after about 2 minutes when Klitsch got that penalty, didn't it? And then he got retaken. Yeah, retaken penalty. And so, yeah, for us, it's and mentality is the right thing. If you go into a season thinking we want to be 16th, that's already defeated mentality. I don't think Brentford are like that. I don't think Brentford are built like that. And they've got this sort of unwavering support and, this sort of first season of Premier League syndrome. The Norwich fans have already been there, done that, been relegated. Same with Watford. But Brentford are plucky. But that's not disrespect to Brentford, but they're a plucky team, aren't they? What shall Chef have for lunch and day off today? That's so exciting. Exciting? I don't know. Although my watch has just recommended Gordon Ramsay's restaurants, so I must have heard what for dinner for some reason. Lee's got a second Sinjo season. I totally agree. Russ, do you think Brentford game will be bigger than? Nope. I think the Vienna game is going to be huge. I think there's going to be honestly think that Vienna game is going to have one of those atmospheres that we talk about for a long, long time, like we did with Ipswich and various others. I think there's going to be a cracking atmosphere that day. I really do. Yep, the one with Venture. Okay, we'll have a think. We'll have a go with that. Good shout. Yes, I hope you had a good bath. I did, thank you. I'm going to drink Coca-Cola. Very good. Did you guys see Matilda? I've seen it. I've seen it before. Yeah, I did go and see it. I sort of, but it was one of us. Me and Joe saw it a few years ago with Peter Kay. Was two rows in front of us, and I've always said I would take Flo because she does the songs through like musical theatre and her singing lessons. She sings a lot of the songs. So that's what Joe did. So she got tickets for us to see it with Flo and she loved it. Brighton go top with a win today. Fair play to them. Chef, run that chicken bacon and cheese baguettes. Have the FA looked at the village assault? I don't think they will, to be honest. Pete, that sounds good right now. Beginning to feel a bit of more like home. A great atmosphere against Man United. Definitely. There's a great atmosphere. It's just I don't think it's just at the stadium. There's a buzz, and the fact you watched on Twitter and that people went to Leeds away. It was a great buzz there. Kent was there, I know, and things like that. And for me, there's like a real buzz around the place now, and it's lovely. It's so nice, and just the fan base are excited, and even like as you said, someone said, standing ovation at Man United, and we lost, and we were like sitting there going, I was just distraught that we didn't beat Man United at our gaff. And it's starting to, and again, I've said it before, I know what's happened with COVID and stuff has been horrible for everyone. People have passed and, people lost their jobs and stuff like that. For West Ham, selfishly, it's been a reset. I think it's been a full reset, like a computer, proper Control-Alt-Delete reset on our computer. And we've now got to a point where the fans are gagging to be back. Absolutely gagging. Have you seen The Lion King? Yes, I did. Very good. Garlic bread, indeed. Going to see the Queen's Theatre tonight. Big Girls Don't Cry based on the Four Tops. Flo loves a bit of Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Loves that. She sits there and it was like the other day, she was listening to Hot 80s or something. She's sitting there and she's singing along to all the songs. I'm like, how the hell? I said, how do you know this song? TikTok. How do you know this song? TikTok. Peanut butter. Lovely. Disney updates next year. Next Christmas. It's been booked for. We've booked it for next Christmas, so we're actually spending the first Christmas it'd be 40 Christmases or 41 Christmases then technically, where I haven't been in the UK. I'm going to be over there, which would be great. 2013. So me, same as us. No, we're 2022. I think hello Henry, thanks for joining us. I think we're pushing for top 6 again. Looks realistic with the way we are playing. I hate the M23 derby, overhyped, under-delivers every time. Indeed. I hate Brighton, but Harry Potter playing good football. Indeed, they're a good side, Brighton. Good side. You want Brighton to stay around because it's a good away day as well, isn't it? Nice stadium, nice club, play good football. And yeah, I think it'll be a draw tonight. I reckon. I've got my petrol here. Who will play the Junior box? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, Oz. I mean, I haven't thought about it yet because I need to see when because the World Cup's next year. Remember, isn't it? Next Christmas, and I think they're shutting it down for several weeks, aren't they? The Premier League. Something I don't know how it works, but they're shut. So. I might miss a game or two next year. Not this season. No, don't worry about this. I'm boxing. I'll be there. Blah, blah, blah. But next season. But we'll see. It's the World Cup, and it's all going to be up and all funny, isn't it? Anyway, guys. As I said, tonight Stell will be back for the flagship show. Sorry, I didn't call it properly. The flagship show, West Ham Weekly. That'll be on tonight. Probably 10ish. I don't know. It's just Stell hashtag on Stell time. So I won't say what time, but make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. That as soon as we put it up for notifications, you know it straight away. I'll be back here tomorrow, 12:30 for the lunchtime show. And then hopefully tomorrow night we'll have an ex-Hammer doing a My Hammers 11. If not, we'll probably do a live show anyway and have a bit of fun tomorrow night. And what else? We've got the preview on Wednesday with Anton. We'll probably do some live stuff. Anton and Stella do some live stuff in the Sports Club on Thursday. They're both going to the game, so we may not do a watch along for that unless Matt's not doing it or something like that. And then Friday, probably a review show. Saturday, we'll probably do the preview for the Brentford show. Watch along for Brentford show on Sunday, and then we can have a little bit of a rest. But we won't, because we've got loads coming up during the international break to keep you guys all amused. Disney overrated, yeah, whatever. Moaning about penalties until they got one and messed it up. Run a raffle and one of us will fill it. No, it's okay. Go to the ball. I'll take a pic with Duke who's there. Great, fantastic, Mo. Anyway, hope everyone has a great rest of the day. As I said, make sure you keep an eye out for all the great content we've got coming up today and this week. Going to be a busy week. And a nice stick of rock rust. Lovely. So take care and stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on, you irons. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. I'd like to thank, obviously, all of our lovely, lovely members. And we'd like to thank them all. Cheers. Bye-bye.